All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Also want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to all you fellow laborers that are kicking this word in sincerity and in faith. The Wadi Haba Shimei Shai Kayah Harakak Wadash, for the Holy Spirit, which is resting upon me to do this lesson. So this lesson is concerning Kamala Harris, which she's the running mate of Joe Biden, Jim Crow Joe, as a lot of our people call him, and they're calling her Kamala the Cop Harris, because she's notorious for locking up so-called black men. And this lesson isn't about, her background as far as being in the legal field and being a DA. I mostly want to concentrate on how she's an example of the wheat and the tares, because from the unseen eye, from a carnal mind, you'll think, okay, she's a woman of color, right? She looks so-called mixed race, because we know her parents, she classifies herself as an African American, when really her dad is an immigrant from Jamaica and her mother is an immigrant from India, from South India. Now you look, her father, he's a lighter skinned individual. Her mother is a darker skinned individual. But he looks like a so-called black man. She looks like a so-called Indian. But he's really an Edomite, which makes her a what? An Edomite. Okay, because this guy, her dad, descends from this man, Hamilton Brown. Hamilton Brown was an Ireland-born British sugar planter and slave owner in St. Ann Parish, Jamaica, which he represented in the House of Assembly of Jamaica for 22 years. He gave his name to Hamilton Town in the parish of St. Ann, now Brownstown, which he founded. You see that? And so you can read a little bit more about him, but she's directly descended from him. And there's a lot of information that's out on that right now. See, so Hamilton Brown, major attorney and resident slave owner in Jamaica, the founder of Brown Towns in St. Ann, Jamaica, where a memorial has been recorded. You see? So even though she looks to be, a so-called black woman or a so-called mixed race woman, she in fact is an Edomite. And when you examine her, you can tell, if you're spiritual, you can tell that she is an Edomite, because she has a deep hatred for Jake, and not the hatred that a Judite woman has, but it's a different type of hatred. And she came up really from Willie Brown. People used to catch her on his lap, and she just pretty much screwed her way to the top. And now look at her; she's the VP. So let me get this: the book of Numbers, or the VP to be. All right, if the elites have their way. This is the book of Numbers 1:18, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, by their polls. You see that? Because your nationality is determined by your paternal lineage, by your forefathers, your father's father, going all the way back to the origin of your nation. That's who you are biblically. There's no such thing as being mixed race, or I'm half this, or I'm a quarter this. No, you are what your father's father is, which would make her a what? An Edomite. All right. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 11. They ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah. You see that? Because this is what befell our people. A lot of our women were raped in slavery. Because obviously the so-called white man, he's a slave owner. He has his pick of the litter. All of those women are what? Are his possessions. So if he wants to, what can he do? He can just go up, pick one of them out. Okay, you going to sleep with me tonight. And what happens? What happened in slavery? He will leave his seed in certain these women, and then the child come out, and that child is not an Israelite. No, that child is an Edomite. And down the line, you have women like Kamala Harris who come out. And even though she's brown skinned and everything, even though she's lighter brown, you would still take her as an Israelite. But in all actuality, she is a what? She is an Edomite. Lamentations 5:11, they ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah, right? And not just for the tribe of Judah, but Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and really all the tribes. Going back to the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the curse, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 30, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her, right? And that's what happened in captivity. Which we're still in captivity. I'm talking about hardcore captivity. We actually had chains on us. Or you run off the plantation, you get your damn feet chopped off. All right, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her, right? And that happened all the time in slavery. Okay, you would be engaged to a woman. You want to jump the broom, which that's where that expression comes from. It comes from the plantation. You want to jump the broom with a woman. But guess what? Master will lay with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. You see that? And that's what? That's captivity. That's slavery. So I just want to go into that briefly. This is an example of the wheat and the tares. Let me get one more precept. The book of Matthew, the 13th chapter. This book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 38. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. You see that? So Kamala Harris, she's a child of the wicked one. She's a tare. The enemy that sowed them is the devil, right? The so-called white man. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels, right? And everything is being revealed in these last days, because people were quick to point that out, even Judge Joe Brown. Because before, Jake would say, well, you know what? She's black, you know. Yeah, we're all a little bit mixed, but the spirit in particular is zeroing in on her and the fact that she descends from a slave master. Judge Joe Brown tweeted that out, other analysts. Because they're saying, look, man, she's not even black. And that's all spiritual. Now, this is a new thing, like I said, because traditionally, Jake's been going by the one drop rule. Okay, if you got just a little bit of black, yeah, you in here. But see, it's a spiritual reason why everybody is pinpointing that, because in the spirit, Jake is starting to see that, okay, she's not even our people. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. That's right, man. So if you're not an Israelite, you're going to get what? You're going to get burnt up. If you're a tare, all right, your great granddad, all right, he's a so-called white man, whether he be a so-called Jew or just, you know, a regular degular Edomite, guess what? That means that you're not an Israelite, and you're going to get burnt up just like Kamala Harris is. All right, so call Haloyim La Yahweh Bashim Shah. Till next time, Shalom.